Hey guys, welcome back to Dogforge as we continue our Mordenkainen Presents Monsters of the Multiverse race overview with Yuan-Ti. Now this is a race that has gone through quite a considerable amount of changes relative to their infamous original version in Vola's Guide to Monsters, so let's take a trip on down to the Chamber of Secrets and see what's changed. First of all, we have this art, which is a stark difference compared to what we had previously. I think there's very clearly a much larger snake hybrid thing going on. The structure of the face overall is more serpentine compared with the eyes, the fangs, the forked tongue, and the splotches are a little odd, not gonna lie, that's just a little weird. They don't even look like scales. But overall, just a dramatic shift that really dehumanizes them further compared to the original art. And we'll get to that in a little bit, but first of all, we should also note that this is just the Yuan-Ti. This was originally the Yuan-Ti Pureblood to represent that you're not a Malastine, you're not any of the other more heavily snake-like Yuan-Ti. I'm guessing that they dropped the Yuan-Ti for the Pureblood aspect for obvious racial connotation reasons, and just going to assume that Malastine and things like that are going to be the add-on terms that will differentiate them from what is now the normal Yuan-Ti. Moving into stats, we have the boilerplate ability score increase change. Instead of +2 charisma and +1 intelligence, you now get +2 and +1 to any stat of your choice, as well as the option to take 3 +1s if you prefer that. This is a significant boost, as the +2 charisma, +1 intelligence that they originally got was very awkward. It's not really on many builds that you're going to come across where that's useful. Languages, this was originally Common, Abyssal and Draconic. However, that has been dumped to only one additional language, which is a bit of a shame, really. And that language is freeform as long as you and your DM agree upon it. Moving on into the details, you can now be medium or small, so you can be a small snake should you please. Dark vision remains the same. Magic resistance is one of the things that this race was more infamous for, and along with the satyr, they have received a dramatic nerf. Rather than this being advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects, this is now just downgraded to just spells. To be honest, especially with how they're moving NPC spell blocks away from just spellcasting, this is now significantly worse. To the point where I might even say that the gnomes version of this, which is just mental saves, is probably on par now, and that's saying quite a lot. Poison resilience has also been changed. This was originally poison immunity, and was one of the only rare cases to get blanket immunity in the game. Probably the only instance at the time. However, we do now have the new chromatic Fizzban's Dragonborn that can do it for a short period. This is now just normal poison resistance. This is still a very powerful ability. Poison is very common in the game, so that is still quite strong, but that is still a dramatic nerf compared to the original. And finally, Serpentine Spellcasting. This was previously called Innate Spellcasting. The spells actually remain the same: Poison, Spray, Animal Friendship and Suggestion. However, the change here is that you can choose your own ability score for this instead of having to use Charisma, and you have the option of casting the spells again or upcasting them with any spell slots you may have, instead of just being limited to only the castings you get. So, just to kind of go over and give you guys the Cliff Notes version of this again, I do read the comments. This is overall just a nerf. In a lot of ways, it is a more friendly race to play now that you have the ASI flexibility. However, that ASI +2 Charisma +1 int was holding back a lot of power. Poison resistance is downgraded from the immunity that was previously there. Big nerf. You've lost a language. You've also had a downgraded magic resistance. whilst this would still be a thematic and interesting race to play, it is now pretty much in line with a lot of other options, and given that the spells that you get are Animal Friendship and Suggestion, and a limited version of Animal Friendship, might I add, this is not really a race that's high up on my table, personally. I think this is now much more of a roleplay pick than a potent optimization pick, but that's just what I think. What do you think of the Yuan-Ti? What do you think of the changes? Do you think it's overall a nerf like I do, or do you think that it's for the better? Let us know in the comments section down below. Hit that like button if you like this video, and whilst you're down there, why not hit that subscribe button and notification bell if you haven't already. Until next time, I'm Paul, and I'll see you at the Forge.